Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
Tonight we have exclusive coverage from Lake of the Woods, where 3 young men from Baudette, Minnesota went missing this weekend. Thanks for joining us tonight. The search for 28-year-old Keith Ayers, 22-year-old Justin Hogvet, and 24-year-old Cody Ostendorf continues. The men's disabled boat was found near a remote island this weekend, but the men are still missing. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson has the latest on the search and reaction from the victims' friends.
The trio's capsized 16-foot boat was spotted floating along the northeast shore of Flag Island Saturday afternoon. It's 35 miles north of the lake's south shore by Baudette. The men had been in a resort on Oak Island when they tried to make the boat trip to nearby Flag Island around midnight on Friday. To date, 5 agencies were searching the water around the area with boats and planes. They were also searching Oak Island on foot. Flag Island was searched Sunday. Any idea how long you'll keep searching? Or?
Well, we'll keep going until we come up with something.
What happened that night, no one can say for sure. Some speculate the trio may have been caught up in high winds and waves in the 3-mile boat trip between Oak and Flag Island.
Probably didn't see like the wind or whatever, like the waves.
Okay.
So the waves were really bad that night. And like once you come around the corner at sunset, you can't really see anything. So
friends say the trio loved to fish, and all of them had a lot of experience on the big lake.
Yeah, they knew what they were doing. Keith Ayers, he was a launch driver. He had his license and everything for it, and he was out in the boat constantly, and so were the other 2.
Any idea what could have happened?
Just didn't expect it to be as windy or rough waters.
It's all left Cody Birdsall missing his best friend and victim, Cody Ostendorf.
If he had $100 to his name and somebody needed $100, he would give it to him.
All right. Tough couple of days for you, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, me and the whole family.
Tough days for the friends and families of all the victims, Keith Ayers, Justin Hogvet, and Cody Ostendorf, on the big waters of Lake of the Woods. Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
At this hour, the search on Lake of the Woods continues. We're going to keep you updated right here and, of course, on valleynewslive.com as anything develops. The Lemoore School was in lockdown for a few hours today after school leaders learned law enforcement were searching for a suspicious male in town. They were looking for Cody Gareluk. He's described as 6 feet tall, 200 pounds, with a green hoodie and blue jeans. Officers say his head is shaved and they believe he's dangerous. Lemoore School Superintendent Mitch Carlson told us the lockdown was lifted at 2:30 this afternoon, and by then, Carlson said officers had called off the search, speculating that he had left town. Carlson adds the lockdown was precautionary, and officers told him there was no imminent danger. One man is behind bars after a chase this afternoon in Moorhead. A Moorhead officer noticed a vehicle without any registration driving on 1st Avenue North around 1 p.m. The officer tried to pull over the vehicle, and then it sped off. A chase began, but the officer backed off when the speed became too high of a risk. Citizens noticed the vehicle pulled into the Yumcomp Center parking lot. Police were able to track down Dustin Stouts near the river and arrest him. Stouts is currently at Clay County Jail on felony fleeing and a motor vehicle charges, along with several traffic violation charges. The Fargo Police Department is searching for a person of interest in a stabbing that happened downtown Friday night. A man walked into the Spicy Pie with a chest wound, saying that someone stabbed him and then took off. Police believe the man may be a suspect. Here's a picture of him. This is the man. He is a black male, approximately 5'10", and weighing about 175 pounds. If you have any information, you're asked to contact Fargo Police. Well, it's a chilly, cloudy way to start the work week. Let's see what Hutch says we can expect tonight. Hutch?
Thanks so much, Stephanie. If you are heading out and about this evening, we have continued clouds here in the Southern Valley. Notice there's some breaking up of the clouds along the Highway 2 corridor there. Temperatures, though, in the 50s and low 60s early this evening. Rain showers confined pretty much to northern Minnesota. Otherwise, I think we stay high and dry with your planner for Fargo this evening, showing temperatures slipping quickly into those 50s. The clouds stick with us. They'll be persistent this evening, but the wind, not too bad. So just a light jacket for sure this evening. We do have rain and wet rain in the forecast. I'll tell you who it will be the wettest here in just a few moments.
It's good that rain is wet, I
That's
guess,
usually the case, I guess, yes.
Thank you, Hutch. Well, it has been 1 year since a woman from Becker County went missing. Melissa Eagleshield, also known as Mitz, was last seen outside her home near Island Lake in Becker County. We spoke with her daughter. She said the worst part is not knowing what happened. Search crews looked for Eagleshield months after her disappearance. According to the Becker County Sheriff, the case is still active. And if you have information, contact the Sheriff's Office right away. The Becker County Sheriff says that he hopes to conduct another search after the leaves are all gone. Memorial services will be held this week for a Kindred bus driver who died from serious injuries suffered in a crash with a semi. A visitation and prayer service for Kathy Josted is going to be held tomorrow at Kindred High School. The visitation goes from 5 to 7 p.m. and the prayer service starts at 7. Josted's funeral will be held at 1 p.m. Wednesday at Norman Lutheran Church. Josted died at a Fargo hospital on Friday from her wounds. Second only to buying a home, paying for college is likely the most significant investment you'll make. But are you getting all the right information up front? As our Washington Bureau correspondent Alex Miller tells us, you might be missing some very important details.
How much did you really know about your college before you picked it? Did you realize costs could go up? Did you know what your chances of getting a job after graduation were? Well, one senator says the Obama administration needs to make this information a little easier to find. The rising cost of college and years later student debt is an issue Congress is constantly battling. But Senator Mark Warner says one way to help students and their parents save money is just simply to give them more information. He wants to create a scorecard of sorts. It would let prospective students know important information like their chance of graduating in 4 years, average debt, and chances of getting a job after school. It would be specific by major because, after all, an aspiring artist and accountant may go to the same school but could face different post-grad realities. Warner says this kind of transparency has helped in other arenas and could really work for students in the long run.
Think about the kind of data we've got now to price airplane tickets or hotels that's made consumers better informed. We could do the same thing with higher education. It's not going to completely solve the problem of higher education, but it's going to allow folks as consumers to put pressure on colleges and universities.
Warner says the Obama administration has made great first steps into releasing this information, but he reiterated that right now they're just average figures and people need much more specific ones. Reporting in Washington, I'm Alex Miller.
To help with one of the many costs of college, every one of the Minnesota State colleges and universities across the state is waiving application fees for all or part of College Knowledge Month. It's all part of this month. It's recognized in October. Now, Minnesota State University Moorhead will waive its application fees the week of October 26th. Now, coming up tonight on Valley News Live at 6, a North Fargo Lutheran pastor. He resigned after feeling pressure from his congregation for not performing same-sex marriages. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop speaks with the pastor about how stepping down has not resolved this issue. A family of 4 in Dilworth safely got out of their home after a fire early this morning. This all happened around 4 a.m. Dilworth Fire Chief is telling us the fire appeared to have started in the back of the home. The fire is being ruled accidental, and the fire marshal believes it was caused by smoking materials. At one point, the fire was so big you could see it from Highway 10, and the chief says the home is a total loss.
At about 4 o'clock, they were awakened by the smoke alarms in the house. So the smoke alarms that woke everybody up, and they were able to get out safely.
And this is Fire Prevention Week, a time to be reminded of the importance of smoke detectors in your home and having a safe route out of your house. 3 adult zebra mussels have been found in Grand Forks. That's according to the North Dakota Game and Fish Department. They were found on the Sorley Bridge attached to an aluminum pipe about 3 feet below the surface of the water. The discovery serves as a reminder. Check equipment for zebra mussels. If mussels are found, you're asked to leave the suspicious mussel attached. Take a picture and report findings to a local Game and Fish Department district office. Still ahead for us at 5, traveling for the holidays, when the best time is to book that flight.
And look at that. Temperatures outdoors right on the money for normal this time of year, and it does look like we'll see warmer weather. I'll have details on that and an update on a rain forecast coming up next.